Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. My name is Muhammad Akif Danish and I'm from class D1T3. So today I'll be presenting about DNA and RNA molecules. Okay, first of all, there are three parts of a nucleotide, which are phosphate group, pentose sugar and nitrogenous base. There are two types of nucleic acid. The first one is deoxyribonucleic acid DNA and ribonucleic acid RNA. DNA structure based on Watson and Crick model. It consists of two polynucleotides. Both polynucleotide chains are twisted to form a double helix, means each full turn of double helix has 10 base pairs. Each polynucleotide chain is made up of nucleotides. Nucleotides are joined together by a phosphodiester bond. Phosphodiester bond means the bond between 3-hydroxyl group of deoxyribose sugar and the phosphate group. Two polynucleotide chains are antiparallel, arranged in opposite direction. One strand ends with a 3-hydroxyl group, while the other strand ends with a 5-phosphate group. Each strand is made up of deoxyribose and phosphate group repeating to form sugar phosphate backbone. The second backbone are the outside. The nitrogenous bases are paired inside helix. Both chains are held together by hydrogen bonds between complementary. Adenine with thymine, cytosine with guanine. Between adenine and thymine there are 2 hydrogen bonds, and between cytosine and guanine there are 3 hydrogen bonds. Specific base pairing rule, the number of A equal P and G equals C. Moving to the next part, topic 2, cell structures and function. Passive transport is a movement of a substance from higher concentration to lower concentration region, or movement of a substance down a concentration gradient across a selectively permeable membrane and without using energy. For passive transport, it have two types of diffusion. The first one is simple diffusion, which doesn't need energy and transport protein helps. And the second one, facilitated diffusion, also doesn't need energy but have transport protein. For simple diffusion, it defined as the net movement of particles, which is molecules or ions, from a relatively high concentration region to a lower concentration region or down a concentration gradient. It will continue until eventually it reaches equilibrium. Facilitated diffusion is a movement of a substance from higher concentration to lower concentration region or down their concentration gradient across plasma membrane. It involves ions and polar molecules or water soluble. In simple diffusion, molecules that can be diffused easily across phospholipid bilayer. The first one is lipid soluble molecules, as an example, cholesterol and steroid. Second one, small non-polar or uncharged molecules such as oxygen and carbon dioxide. And the third one is small polar molecules like water and glycerol. Although water are polar, they are small enough to pass through space between fluid fatty acid as they move. Rate of diffusion increase when the temperature increase. Molecules involved is in gas state rather than liquid. Size of molecules reduce. And the last one, large differences in concentration gradient between inside and outside cell. After that, the last part of passive transport is osmosis. Osmosis is the movement of water molecules from a region of higher water potential to a region of lower water potential region through a selectively permeable membrane. The process doesn't need using any energy. Osmosis can be quantified as water potential, so we can calculate which way water will move and how fast. Active transport. Active transport is defined as the movement of ions or molecules across selectively permeable membrane from a region of lower concentration to a higher concentration or against a concentration gradient, with the expenditure of energy by the cell helped by ATP. Involved transport protein. Energy from ATP changes the conformational or configuration of the carrier protein. Active transport is different from facilitated diffusion in the following way. The conformational change in the carrier protein requires as input of energy from ATP, which is phosphorylation. Of the plasma's membrane. Bulk transport is defined as a process in which large molecules cross the membrane in bulk, packaged in vesicles. It requires energy. Exocytosis. Cellular secretion of biological molecules by the fusion containing them with the plasma membrane. Exocytosis provides a means by which large molecules are released from cell. For example, secretion of extracellular enzymes, hormones and antibodies, which is removal of waste products of digestion. As for endocytosis, cellular uptake of biological molecules and particulate matter via formation of vesicles from the plasma membrane. Endocytosis provides a means by which large molecules are taken into the cell. There are two types of it. The first one, phagocytosis, also known as cell eating. A solid is taken into the cell. And the second one, pinocytosis, also known as cell drinking. A liquid is taken into the cell. Endocytosis, phagocytosis is a process in which large solid particles is taken into the cell. Presence of large particles cause the cell membrane to invaginate, forming cytoplasmic extension, which pseudopodia, which surround the large particles and track them. Pseudopodia fuse together to form food vacuole or phagocytic vacuole or phagosome. Primary lysosome will fuse with phagocytic vacuole and activates the enzyme inside lysosome. Secondary, lysosome release its enzyme to digest the particles. Useful substance is absorbed into the cytoplasm. Waste substance is released by exocytosis outside the cell. After that, endocytosis, pinocytosis is the dissolved materials are taken into cell. Plasma membrane of microvilli fuse together and pinch off inside cell, forming pinocytic vesicle. Pinocytic vesicle. Contents of pinocytic vesicles are directly absorbed into cytosol. At the end of tiny canals or cytoplasmic extensions, it pinches off to form pinocytic vesicles or pinosome. The dissolved solutesis directly absorbed into cytoplasm. Example, uptake of dissolved solutes in kidney tubules and intestines. So that's all from me. Thank you.